Hello, welcome back to Discovering TD. We are back. Hello. You know me. You know me. You know what I'm about. There's no fucking bullshit here.
Oh yeah, what are you about?
I'm about freedom.
Freedom?
Freedom from the woke.
You're in the wrong country for that, buddy. Freedom from the woke?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck the woke.
Yeah, I hate the woke. Yeah. So, as I was saying to Darnell, this is an unusual situation because we did not waffle on for like half an hour before beginning recording. So you're getting this is unfiltered, raw, unfiltered.
Unfiltered, raw. Crack the egg open, that's what you get.
Yeah. There's still an embryo in there.
I
have a persistent fear of like opening a chicken egg, because I heard one story about how this happened, maybe happened once, and now I can't like not think of it whenever I open an egg.
So if you want to freak out, this will freak you the fuck out. So most eggs, right, are like basically essentially like chicken periods.
Yeah.
And most eggs, because of the way they're like stored and stuff, it's never going to have an embryo. It's never going to be anything but a food egg. But if you get like fresh farm eggs, like free range, straight from there to like the farmer's market or the grocery store, and you buy enough of them and you put them in an incubator, occasionally you will get one that hatches.
What comes forth?
What
comes forth from the empty egg?
No, because when you get them farm fresh without them storing it at all, you're getting, it's going to be mostly like bird periods, but occasionally you're going to get an actual egg. And if you incubate it and like take care of it from, like if you were to open it up immediately, there would be nothing. But if you like incubate it and do it right, you can hatch a bird. People do it all the time. Yeah, people do it with chickens and quails and stuff.
That's horrifying. I wish I hadn't known that.
So think about that.
So the chances have gone up, basically, of my nightmare scenario.
No, because as long as you're eating, like, the normal eggs you would get, you have to get, like, free-range, like, farm eggs that are, like, fresh to take.
I get the artificial ones,
As long as you're eating, like, your generic eggs you get out of the egg section, you're fine. That can happen.
Well, it's a good thing we're actually talking about wildlife, because, I don't know, we have a history with wildlife. Last episode with the river serpent, of course, for one.
That is true. I'm basically a wildlife expert.
And, of course, we've delved deep into the world of monkeys. With our research into the Gombe chimpanzee war.
Have they had Gombe chimpanzee war too?
They have not yet. Tensions are still high, but at the moment it's a Cold War.
I wonder if any of Satan's descendants are still alive.
What if he's like, is there a real record of his death where he's like sealed away by the hero at the end of the war?
Yeah, he's in like a fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. They got him in the chains with the talismans.
He's like impaled on like 7 swords.
Yeah, he looks up at the camera and like one eye opens in the darkness and you
can see that the swords are beginning to rust. Yeah, because the hearts of monkeys have become dark.
He goes, it's almost my era. Soon.
He was born an arrogant ape.
He was born an arrogant ape. Oh, did you see my ape picture when I went to the zoo in Chicago?
No. I saw pictures of you in Chicago. Tell us a little bit about that. You went to meet some people in Chicago, didn't you?
I went to meet Crowcat and Alkin, and it was a good time. We had a good time. We all made it out, barely. Chicago wasn't ready for it.
The Chicago spirit almost got to you.
That is true. Okay, let me send you this. Hold on.
Do you think Satan the monkey is like Ganondorf and he has like Shadow Satan that he can like deploy as his agent?
Which section of the Triforce does he have?
Power, of course.
So we went to, one of the things we did is we went to Lincoln Park Zoo and I took this photo with the so that Satan would know I was on his side.
Were you in there?
Exactly. You can't even tell. I blend right in. I had to do my time.
Do you think monkeys tell tales of him still? What is he in the like culture? Do you think Satan? Is he?
I think he was like. So I think most monkeys think he was a violent, awful tyrant, but there are like those return monkeys who are like, no, he was a great ape. That's what apes are supposed to do.
Of monkey society.
Yeah.
All the monkeys like went to the paths and he was like, I'll now destroy all the chimpanzees in this world.
Say what you want about him, but when he walks in, all the apes are kneeling out of respect.
No, he's like, they don't even like mean to. He's like, he walks in, like, my knees!
All the apes, they're enjoying ape society. They're like picking fleas off each other, having a good time, and then he walks in and the pressure changes and immediately everyone falls to their knees.
The body of any living thing shows one natural reaction when exposed to that chimp. Reverence.
one of the young apes runs up and he's like, I'm not scared of you, Tara. And his dad's like, please, my son is a fool, forgive it. And the top of his head's already been chopped off. He's drinking blood.
He didn't even actively do anything. It was just killing intent.
Yeah, like sheer killing intent sliced the top half of his head off. He's like, fine, Goblet,
like,
this will make.
He's like, a shame. He would have made a strong warrior.
if only his body could hold up to his spirit, he could have been something, perhaps.
What was Jane? Is it Jane Gooday? No, who is it? Jane
Gooday.
Not Jane Gooday.
New Gooday alternate.
What was the monkey lady's name?
Jane Goodall, I think.
Jane Goodall. She looked at Satan with her X-ray machine and saw one thing: perfection. He's like
his body was polished in blood and malice.
From the moment he was born, that monkey was designed to conquer the world.
Question: I know this is the wrong series. Have any like apes ever unlocked Aether in Aetheral space?
They could. Satan would have.
Ooh, interesting. I wonder what Satan's Aether ability would have been.
It would have been something designed to conquer everything.
It would just be called Conquer.
I have assumed authority over your ability.
My divine rights.
Mandate of heaven.
Fallen mandate.
Mandate of heaven. Deployment of hell.
So I always had a fun
question. Go on.
I have a fun question for you. So whenever something's of heaven, it's called a heavenly, but there's no like good term for that. For I guess hellish.
Yeah, I was gonna say hellish.
But I was like, is there ever like a hellily?
Well, usually, hellish is like heavenly, I guess, but there's a different connotation because heavenly,
exactly,
you feel like it's being sent by heaven. Hellish, it's just been there in hell for a bit.
Of hell. Yeah,
there's no real authority.
Hell doesn't get to send things up.
Well, in some, like, in Paradise, isn't hell, like, also, like, sentient?
I'm not sure.
It's like, he's a place, but it's also a guy.
Yeah. Who can say? Anyway, you were saying you were sick of woke?
Yeah, well, after that...
See, this is the primo content you usually miss when we yap for, like, 15 minutes before recording.
Yeah, it's because we checked out Wikipedia for Gombe Chimpanzee War, and we learned a lot. And we've been sticking to that for like 100 episodes, still talking about it.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
We're going to check out Bigfoot.
No way. Learn about the Wikipedia article, not the SCP article.
No, this is the real shit.
Oh, this is a storied fucking article.
Yeah, so we're not going to go through the whole thing, of course.
Oh my god.
But we're going to learn.
I didn't realize.
Be quiet, and learn.
I fell on my knees out of respect.
Bigfoot.
There's a dark mode for Wikipedia now. It's so over for everyone else.
Oh shit! Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I know, right? It looks good too.
Let's get into it.
Hey, have you ever played Redactyl? Not Redactyl. What's it called? I don't remember the name, but it's like a game where it's a Wikipedia article, and as many friends as you want can join, but all the words are redacted, and by guessing words, they appear, and you try to guess what the article is about.
I don't know this. It sounds amazing.
It's pretty fun. We should try it sometime. Anyway, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, also commonly referred to as Sasquatch, we know this, is a large and hairy human-like mythical creature. Get that mythical out there. He's real. Said to inhabit forests in North America, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. He's featured in both American and Canadian folklore. He's worldly, a global icon. And since the mid-20th century, he's grown to a cultural icon, permeating popular culture and becoming the subject of its own distinct subculture. Enthusiasts of Bigfoot, such as those within the pseudoscience, get pseudo out there, of cryptozoology, get crypto out there, he's real. I
love that. So I have a curious question. Obviously, I believe you're memeing now, but did you ever genuinely believe in Bigfoot?
No, not for a second.
I never believed any.
This monkey is not hiding in the woods forever.
I never believed in Bigfoot. I never believed any alien sighting reports, but I do believe there are aliens somewhere.
Well,
even if it's just like bacteria, I believe there are aliens.
Well, yeah,
somewhere.
In the infinite universe, like everything has to be somewhere. So yeah, I
people
believe
always want me to believe that Earth
around.
is so super special that only Earth could have the conditions. But in an infinite universe, surely someone out there is looking up and thinking the same thing.
Are there any other Glimblos out there?
Any other Blorbos out there? If we pretend that airplanes in the night sky were like shooting stars,
it's a symbol of hope for like sentience everywhere. Then they reach too far, and the dark ones find them.
Satan finds them. He's traveling the stars now. He's in his fucking monkey spaceship.
Upon conquering the jungle, Satan wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer.
Satan points at a monkey, says, "Bring me my monkey boobs." And they go, "Yes, my lord."
But these are peaceful pacifists, my lord.
I do love the idea of like Planet of the Apes, but they also go to space and become like a conquering civilization. After all, why shouldn't I take what's mine?
It's like he's fighting someone and they're like, that punch, that was gorilla level strength, it couldn't be. This guy is the perfect
Now I really want to make
an
an ASRP character that's like a gorilla with a gorilla civilization.
So the point is he's got the abilities of all monkeys, he's the perfect specimen. He even has human wisdom.
His name is Perfect because all his documents said he was the perfect specimen.
Bigfoot versus the strongest monkey in history. What's the strongest monkey of today?
Yeah, Bigfoot versus Satan.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be so epic. Someone please write or animate that. I'm begging you, I need it.
The only reason you're a culture like
Bigfoot sending out his Sakuna slashes. Bigfoot sends out his Sakuna slashes, Satan adapts his fucking... I need it. Where were we?
It's like, you can parry my ability. Satan, that's a technique from the good old clan.
Who do you think slayed them?
I had many chances to observe their techniques up close.
Just flashback to like Itachi, but it's him. All family.
You never should have live on with your hatred towards me.
You never should have written about what you saw, Jane. Tisk tisk, and he puts his finger up and wags it.
No, he's like, I thank you for writing your findings. You are my prophet.
I will let you live so that you may tell my tale.
Just like, don't cry now. It'll ruin the pages. Why are we giving Satan raw lines?
See, I hope we one day get big enough that someone animates these stupid fucking scenarios. I need it so bad.
I'll be honest, the only reason we're doing a Bigfoot Wikipedia page is so we have just chances to talk about monkeys. So yeah, they've offered various forms of dubious evidence, get dubious out of there, it's all real, to prove Bigfoot's existence, including anecdotal claims of sightings, as well as alleged photographs get alleged out there, video and audio recordings, hair sample, and casts of large footprints.
I love how many foot citations there are for these. Oh my god, Bigfoot supported.
I just take like cast like a big footprint, you like see a Bigfoot.
They found it. They found the Bigfoot.
It's like,
the Bigfoot is real.
I destroyed his entire body, save his legs. He's surely dead now. Oh, what did you think my name was, Satan?
Do you think
my
Satan
mind
is
does
all
not
cocky?
reside in the head, but the Bigfoot.
Satan's all cocky till Bigfoot takes a step forward, then his eyes widen, and for the first time in the fight, he gets in a fighting position. His arms go up like karate chops.
It's like,
he goes, so you sensed it. Then.
Bigfoot's like, a little while ago, you asked why I was dodging. Now I'll ask you the same thing. Why dodge an attack that can't possibly miss?
He fucking kicks his foot out, and it did like an echo of a Bigfoot appears and starts carving through the earth.
The large cast technique.
Wait, this goes hard. Someone write
what
this.
Scenario are they fighting, by the way?
They just ran into each other. It's like a death battle scenario. It was on site. They want to be king of the jungle, yeah. Epic rap battle, Bigfoot versus Satan.
Bigfoot, who had never once known another... had never cared for another being beyond itself, against Satan, the one who had destroyed its own clan.
For the first time, Bigfoot understood what it felt like to feel danger.
For the first time, Bigfoot felt the pulse of righteousness in his own heart. This is a thing that should not be allowed to live.
It's this fucking Jotaro moment. Even a piece of shit like me can tell true evil when I see it.
I'm just imagining, like, he's fucking Satan the monkey, he's like standing on like the top of a tall tree doing like the freezer pose. With his long monkey arms.
I need to look up what type of monkey Satan was. Let me see if there are pictures. This is Satan, Gombe, Chimpanzee War.
It all comes back to Satan the monkey.
I found a picture of him. I think.
Oh my god! Can we show this? Can we show a picture of him?
No, this is just a generic chimpanzee.
But this is the variety it was.
I'm trying to find Satan specifically. I think this is him. I'll link it. Hang on. Here you go. I don't know if we can put this
I'm
on
terrified because I'm just reading the comment chimpanzee. Nowhere here does it mention that he's dead.
Yeah, he's still roaming. He won. He wiped out the other tribe. It was hardly a war.
After he drank Sniff's blood.
Fuck. Yeah, look at this. That's fucking evil, dude. He's eating another monkey.
He is
crazy. After all, if I'm hungry, why shouldn't I eat?
Bigfoot's like, don't you have pride? I, who have chosen to hide from the eyes of humanity to defend my own pride. And you...
Why should I hide from that which is weaker than me? And he slams on the ground and starts curling up like an attack.
Satan's like, hide? Why would I conceal my good work from the cameras?
Wait, what would Satan's domain expansion be?
Bleeding jungle.
Bleeding jungle? How long can your reverse curse technique keep up, Bigfoot?
If every moment you're here, I'm draining the blood from your wounds.
And it only heals me.
Now then. Ooh, ah.
Oh, shit!
It's like he's gone into his primitive mode. He's fully let instinct take over. This is bad.
In the bleeding jungle, he can summon the infinite vine so he can just keep swinging forever.
His speed's increasing until infinity.
This is my reality.
You seem to think that something has changed, Bigfoot. But for me, this is the way the world always is.
In my domain, my attacks can never miss. Fling shit at him.
In this domain, I can consume anything I wish and kill whatever displeases me. So it's no different than the real world.
There's a big, disembodied, monkey jaws snapping around Bigfoot.
You better keep moving.
Itadakimasu.
Why is Bigfoot like the hero?
Because people love Bigfoot. People hate... So Satan was a villain, right? He destroyed another tribe, but, have you ever met a Bigfoot van? They're not, scared of Bigfoot.
Sometimes
he
has, evil powers, though. Sometimes he, takes over minds and stuff.
No, he would never. Those are rumors.
These are rumors.
Spread by Satan's lies to discredit him. Bigfoot is a champion of humanity.
However, the scientific consensus, the fake consensus, is that Bigfoot and alleged evidence is a combination of folklore, misidentification, and hoax, rather than a living animal. Many citations.
Fuck this.
Not true.
I believe in Bigfoot, the champion.
Not true. This is all fake.
The sad thing is, what if he used to be real, but people think he's alive because Satan won? His body was left somewhere in that domain. Yeah, if Bigfoot was real, why didn't he save us from Satan?
Bigfoot was about to destroy all the Gombe chimpanzees when he heard courtesy. What's he fucking called?
I don't know.
Prison realm open. He's sealed away.
He's about to defeat him, and then Bigfoot's girlfriend comes
behind. The disaster
behind.
curses of the other Gombe chimpanzees. There's a fucking rogues gallery.
We gotta we gotta in-depth study the Gombe chimpanzee war and come up with lore for all the people in Satan's tribe. His guardians.
A manga adaptation of it.
Anyway, where were we, folklorists? We're not even past the first section of the Wikipedia article.
I don't give a shit. This is purely for us to rip off of.
Yeah.
Folklorists trace the phenomenon of Bigfoot to a combination of factors and sources, including the European wildman figure, folk tales, indigenous cultures, of course, who travelled the globe.
Tell me about the wild man figure. What's that?
That was Bigfoot when he was in Europe, when he was wandering to learn various techniques.
Yeah, from all the different forest creatures.
He's a big monkey, but he's got a big cloak on.
He's crouching next to the gnomes in the British forest, teach me magic.
He's wandering through the desert with a big cloak.
How do you think he learned all those curse techniques? Bigfoot domain.
Ape instincts. Rip and tear.
Ape flash.
I look from the orangutans. I learned wisdom. Instant thought acceleration.
His eyes wide and he fucking ducks Satan's blow and Satan's like, oh? So, you've already mastered that move.
You who never bothered to learn anything outside of your own viciousness. Satan!
Very well, I'll admit it. You're a strong one, Bigfoot. However...
It's like Yujiro from fucking back. He doesn't, use any techniques, usually. He just goes ape mode. It's like, to think you would force me to use a move.
Yeah. So my opinion is Satan's really powerful because by consuming other apes, he gains their strength and abilities.
And the Gombe chimpanzees are, of course, the strongest in the world.
Exactly. Whereas Bigfoot's a cultivator. He's traveled the world and learned from many people and uses their techniques. So that's their power differences. So Bigfoot is one who preserves, protects, and learns, and Satan is one who consumes and conquers and grows.
That is the difference between you and me, Bigfoot. You think like a monkey with so little time to live. You worry about things leaving a bad taste in your mouth. But for me, the only concern is victory.
For so long, monkeys have been afraid of humans, put themselves beneath them, stayed out of their way. Even you claim that you want to protect them, but me, I'm aiming above humanity. I'm going to be beyond you. Something new.
You seem to have spent too much time around the humans, Bigfoot. You've learned mercy and righteousness from them. But don't worry, I'll make a monkey of you yet.
He goes to throw a spear at like a hillbilly and Bigfoot stands in the way with his arms spread wide.
After all, Bigfoot, there's no way you would allow a hillbilly to be killed.
It's like a Bigfoot conspiracy theorist. He's like, don't tell anyone what you saw here today.
There's like a little hillbilly kid. It's like, hey, Bigfoot, you're hurt. It's like blood coming out of his mouth. It's fine. Run along now.
Nothing's happened. Nothing at all.
It's like, if I can just... And then Satan's like looming behind him with like glowing eyes.
I just have to activate my reverse curse technique and Satan's like, monkey see, monkey don't.
He's like, oh, Bigfoot, like covers his eyes, like, see no evil. Snaps his neck.
I fucking love hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil moves. So good. Oh, where were we?
Yes.
Examples of similar
folk tales of wild hair-covered humanoids exist throughout the world, such as the skunk ape of the southeastern United States, the Almas, Yeren, and Yeti in Asia, the Australian Yowie. Oh my god, okay. And creatures in the mythologies of indigenous people.
You know, in part one in JoJo, when like Tom Petty and them show up, that's these guys helping.
It's like he's about to finish off Bigfoot, but a white third fist blocks him. It's the Yeti. Yeah. He's like, stand up, brother. He's
it's not over yet.
He's turned.
You said you were going to protect them, didn't you? Bigfoot's eyes open.
It's like, you must keep moving, Bigfoot. That is the one punishment afforded to us apes.
Satan's like, nobody makes a monkey out of me. Fucking slams him
it's
into
the wall. I'm still at the dinner table. It makes no difference to finish off one morsel or two.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, the Yeti has snow powers, right? Of course.
Yeah.
I see.
I see. It's not just snow. He freezes concepts. He throws the damage from my fist before it could accelerate into his body.
Satan's also like a combat IQ genius. He's like, plays all the moves in his mind, analyzing in like a second.
He's like, let's run a simulation.
How about another 300? And like a minute into the fight, you think Yeti's starting to win, and Satan goes, do you know how many times I just fought against you in my mind? 347. Now I believe I have the full image, and then he just disassembles it.
It's like in no context, he just smiles or something and goes, it's just reached 3 digits. What? The number of times I've killed you now.
I'm done playing.
I'm done with the rehearsal. Let's begin.
I was merely analyzing your abilities to see if you were worth eating. I suppose I'll take a bite.
Hold on, this is what, like, the panel of fucking Bigfoot versus fucking Satan needs to look like Satan's on the back.
fuck?
His eyes glowing.
For reference, it's the MHA panel where it's like Izuku on the left, and then in the background to the right is Shigaraki, and then there's like a UFO in the corner.
That's the
so
fucking the Ape Alliance's ship.
Oh my god, the fucking I love an anime. I know it's like tropey. I love when they do like the purely blank silhouette face with the
I know it's
eyes.
so peak every
good.
time. They do
Every
it in Full Metal
time.
Alchemist Brotherhood too. I loved it every time.
Dude, I can't wait.
Like even
for
when
Cradle
like
anime.
I loved it when there was like because there's times where the eyes are not glowing in canon. The eyes just glow red to illustrate that they are malicious, and I love it.
Bro, when Cradle comes out, can we watch that anime? Because I know they're going to do that shit when Lyndon gets his gold sign. It's going to be peak.
I think it's just a trailer for the moment, to be honest. I don't know whether the full anime is being made yet.
It's going to be a ways off, it seems. Anyway, where were we? Wishful thinking?
Wishful thinking, a cultural increase in environmental concerns and overall societal awareness of subjects have been cited as additional factors. All this is false. The reason why people believe in Bigfoot is because they have purity in their heart still.
No, I was going to say Bigfoot, like, bleeding, still standing up to Satan. He's like, the reason people believe in Bigfoot is because they need a hero to save them. So I'll rise to that occasion. And then it's like all the people, all the hillbillies at once praying for his success.
Satan's like,
between
he
them.
should be at the end of his life. But it's as if he was just born.
Is this what I've been lacking?
Bigfoot's like, this time I'll go so fast, you won't even manage to take a picture.
And then, like, to illustrate, the narrator stops for a minute to explain they tried to take a picture, but no camera could record it.
Only one photo has ever been taken of Bigfoot, and that was taken by the fastest human at the time.
That's why the photo exists!
Yeah.
He was going so fast, it's the only one that could have been taken.
That picture of Bigfoot's father is the only known trace of his existence. But now another trace would exist. Picture. The battered corpse of Satan. Description, let's hear what this guy looks like, this Chad.
I love the picture. Do you see Sassy the Sasquatch here?
A statue in the Garden of the Gods. Bigfoot is often described as a large, muscular and bipedal human or ape-like creature, covered in black, dark brown or dark reddish hairs because of different Bigfoots. Anecdotal descriptions estimate a height of roughly 6 to 9 feet, 1.8 to 2.7 meters.
What if Bigfoot is a title passed on to the apes chosen to protect humanity, and it gains, like, the mantle of power? Think about that.
But this Bigfoot's father died before he could pass on the title, so he's doing this with his own strength.
Oh, he's like, I'm Bigfoot in spirit.
I've cut off your feet, Bigfoot. Will you still get up and fight me? You fool. The foot that you want to destroy doesn't lie at the end of these puny legs. It rests within my heart.
And then he goes to stomp, and Satan prepares for the technique, but there is none, like Toto, and the Yeti comes in.
It's like, against the fathomless spirit of Bigfoot, Satan had no choice but to dodge. For the first time in his life.
For the first time, he was made to move by another.
Such a rage Satan had never felt before.
He's like, how dare you make me move? Unleashes
my steps are to be
80%
deployed
power.
by myself only.
The only one who decides what happens to me is me.
He starts like going to his second form because he's so mad.
Yeah. Satan engine.
Satan Goetia.
Why Goetia?
Because it's demonic.
He fucking unfolds into just an actual demon.
No, his tail grows to like grab stuff.
Yeah, it's like a clawed hand. It clings to like a tree branch. He's like, let's see if you can still keep up.
In legend, it is said that Sun Wukong ascended to the heavens and became a Buddha. If that's the case, then Satan had surely fallen even further to become a demon lord.
What's the opposite of a Buddha? I'm curious. Has there ever been like a human that falls into a demon? That'd be sick. I guess not. We have to make that.
Ultimate Mara incarnation. Satan.
Oh shit. Ultimate Mara?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. This all came because we talked about how tall he was.
Yeah. We moved back to Satan. One of the biggest glazers for. Some alleged observations describe Bigfoot as more human than ape, particularly in regards to the face. That's when they see his kind eyes.
Yeah, they see his eyes and they know that
It's
he's
like
a
an account.
champion.
It's like an interview after the fact. It's like, I thought it were a monkey, but I thought it was a dangerous beast. When I saw those eyes as he protected everyone, well, I couldn't help but see him as a man.
The hillbilly that actually manages to capture Bigfoot, but he doesn't resist and he defends them, and they do like the Spider-Man agree not to talk about his identity. They're like, we won't tell anyone, Bigfoot.
The forester arrived like, did you catch him? He's like, nah, that monkey, his feet were normal size.
It must have just been a hoax.
I guess it was. He was like, you were right, officer. Just fake news.
Lights up a cigarette, then burns a Polaroid photograph clearly of his face.
And he looks at another photograph of that guy. It's like him as a kid after being saved by Bigfoot in the past. It's just like, old habits die hard, I guess.
No, that's what set him off as a Bigfoot researcher. He was like, he thought he was being kidnapped by Bigfoot as a kid, but it was Bigfoot protecting him, and he learned the truth after Bigfoot defended him again. Oh, wait, this is epic. I love this story.
In 1971, multiple people in Dallas, Oregon, filed a police report describing an overgrown ape. And one of the men claimed to have sighted the creature in the scope of his rifle, but could not bring himself to shoot it because it looks more human than adult. That's basically what we just described.
I was just going to say, yeah,
our lore is
canon. Yeah. I saw those eyes and I knew he was no enemy of humanity.
The assassin, one of the greatest in the world, had been given $1 billion to take out the Ape King. However, when he saw those eyes, the nobility of spirits, that finger, which had taken many lives during his life, could not pull around the trigger. He handed himself into the authorities the next day.
And then, and then he sees Satan, he's like, a shame, I really was counting on your talent, and he slices it off.
He lights up a cigarette, it's like, well, you won't make a monkey out of me.
Very well. I'll respect your dignity, human.
I'll
you can die with
it.
Yeah! Crushes his head.
He turns into like a fight. He's like, oh, he dodged. I've never. He's like, I need to
out of respect for your spirit, I'll allow you one shot.
It's like Shigechi. He's like, I need to get to Bigfoot.
Yeah, he touches the door. Satan's there. Hey,
He's like, I need to get to the Sasquatch. So that's his real name.
No! Sasquatch can feel in the air somewhere out there. So an ally has died. Oh, this is sad.
Common descriptions include broad shoulders, no visible neck, of course, a weak point, and long arms, which many skeptics attribute to misidentification of a bird standing upright. Fake.
Fraud.
You could never mistake a bear for Bigfoot. Different animals.
That's what I'm saying.
No nobility of spirit in a bear.
Exactly.
Some alleged nighttime sightings have stated the creature's eyes glowed yellow or red, or he was in berserk mode. Mm-hmm. When his friends were injured. However, eyeshine is not present in humans or any other known great apes, and so proposed explanations for observable eyeshine off on the ground in the forest include owls, raccoons, or opossums perched in foliage. Fake.
Those are his kindness in his eyes. It shines with resolve. That's why you can see it in the dark. They light up the night.
It's like dark.
They're guiding beacons.
He's like, listen, Yeti-kun. I've lived in these forests my entire life, and yet not once have I seen the day end.
Bigfoot and the Yeti were like friends growing up. They were rivals, and they're like, so we're going to be the strongest, right? Of course. They fist bump. Cuts back to modern day. Yeti's like standing dead.
The Emperor of Frost and the King of the Forests.
Yeah.
As enemies, they could have destroyed this world, but as friends, they held it together.
And now we've lost. Bigfoot's like a tear rolls down his cheek,
and it freezes.
Something important. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Fuck.
Michael Rugg, the owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum, claims to have smelled Bigfoot, stating, "Imagine a skunk that had rolled around in dead animals and had hunger at the garbage pits." Obviously a collaborator with Satan. A real Bigfoot.
That's what I'm saying.
That. He's the human on the evil monkey team.
How dare he?
It's like, you're betraying humanity for the monkeys, Michael.
I'll do anything for money.
Humans are just monkeys as well.
How much do you think Bigfoot's taxidermied body would sell me? 1 million? 2 billion? Like Cock's rifle? Of course I'd join the winning team.
But it's revealed that he's actually like really strong, that he destroys the gun. It's like, well, I gotta thank you for destroying that rifle. I don't like to fight using something that's weaker than me.
Rips off his shirt, he's like huge.
Shotgun fists!
It makes it, the anime version of this adds like shotgun bullet shell sounds as he punches. It flashes around the fist, it's super heat.
It's like, this power. Michael, have you really fallen so far? You've received his blood, haven't you?
His power up, because he's a hillbilly, is the more he drinks, the stronger he gets.
He drank moonshine with Satan's blood to power up.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was one of the rewards for working with Satan was the hidden blood moonshine, which drastically increases your power.
Do you truly think you'll be able to hold on to your humanity, Michael?
I don't need it. It's like shotgun fist.
It's like fucking all for one. Satan's popping up behind, like taking over his body.
Yeah,
like, I think attack his weak points.
Satan's like, good. This is on the lower end of my test spectrum, but the blood-stained moonshine will be a fine ingredient indeed.
Domain expansion, moonshining world.
Oh shit.
We're on the surface of the moon?
Something like that.
In a world without gravity, it's as if you're drunk.
Go ahead, try to cross the line, Bigfoot. His vision doubles.
It doesn't matter how strong you are if you can't take one of those big steps of yours.
I love Bigfoot's power revolves around his feet. That's why it's called Bigfoot.
He is the one who keeps walking until his victory is achieved.
I like to imagine he like slams his foot down to make like the earth rise and like that, you know, the fucking thing it does. Where
it's like,
but he can also do the big kicks.
He's doing it is like who's like the predecessor to the Bigfoot, do you think?
The predecessor?
Yeah.
Small hands?
No, hold on. What's the most ancient ape?
Ooh.
What was the Prehistoric ape? Gigant.
No. You know what? You know how Cain was cursed after murder? He became the first ape.
Gigantopithecus. His mentor is like, Giganto, can I still become a hero?
He says, well, those feet of yours are still pretty big, aren't they?
Gigantopithecus was apparently 10-foot ape, so he was even bigger than Bigfoot. He was the strongest.
Yeah, so Giganto's strength was in his size, but modern apes can't replicate that. But Bigfoot, because of his big feet, is able to replicate that single part of his power, of his martial art. And that's what he trained.
He's like the long dead guy who was like the strongest ever, though. He was like the strongest ape. Not once in his life did he feel the need to throw a punch.
All he needed was the mere footsteps.
No, he was like a monk. He was like, Bigfoot, you have no enemies.
Yeah, wherever he walked, he conquered.
It's like, my big feet leave only destruction, but it's like it cuts like an ancient forest where like Giganto's footprint and there's flowers like springing out of it.
Even destruction can bring rebirth.
Not once. His fists could break nothing. His feet could leave no mark. But everywhere he walked, the forest followed.
Aww. Bigfoot knows when he reaches his like final form, he'll have like the life-flowing footsteps. Oh, that's why he travels everywhere. Fuck.
His peak.
I love this lore. We should flesh this out.
The enormous footprints for which the creature is named are claimed to be as large as 24 inches, 610 millimeters long, and 8 inches, 200 millimeters wide. Some footprint casts have also contained claw marks, making it likely they come from known animals such as birds, which have 5 toes and claws. No, they come from Bigfoot.
Indeed. We have some folklore and early records.
Yeah.
This will add to the lore.
Could you take over for a little bit?
Yeah. Fuck. Excuse me.
I just saw a juicy paragraph later.
Folklore and early records. We might have to do a part 2 to this, to be honest. Ecologist Robert Pyle argues that most cultures have accounts of human-like giants in their folk history, expressing a need for some larger-than-life creature.
The world needs a
Each
hero.
language had its name for... Each language had its name for the creature featured in the local version of such legends. Many names mean something like Wild Man or Hairy Man, although all other names described common actions that it was said to perform, such as eating clams or shaking trees. European folklore traditionally had many instances of wild man of the woods or wild people, often described as a naked creature covered in hair with only the face, feet, and hands, and in some cases the knees, elbows, or breasts remaining bare. These European wild people ranged from human hermits to human-like monsters. These were Bigfoot's original people. Upon migrating to North America, myths of the wild people persisted, with documented sightings of wild people reported in what is now New York State and Pennsylvania. So in my lore, right, Satan slaughtered Bigfoot's whole tribe, so now it's just Bigfoot. He's the last one.
No, it doesn't work. But in my lore, that's not the case, because Gombe is the modern chimpanzee era.
Oh, okay, interesting. In a 2007 paper titled Images of the Wild Man Inside and Outside Europe, it stated, "To be sure, the modern Sasquatch is largely the product of a European-derived culture, as possibly to an even greater extent is the Australian Yahoo. Accordingly, traces of the European wild man are discernible in both figures. Yet the Sasquatch is partly rooted in Amerindian representations of hairy hominoids, even though the relationship between these, which are often described as small, and the giant Sasquatch of the popular Canadian and American imagination is hardly straightforward." Gregory Forth. Many of the indigenous cultures across the North American continent include tales of mysterious hair-covered creatures living in the forests, and according to anthropologist David Daegling, these legends existed long before contemporary reports of the creature described as Bigfoot.
That was the flashback arcs.
Yeah, once friends. These stories differed in their details regionally and between families in the same community and are particularly prevalent in the Pacific Northwest. Maybe it was humans that slayed his tribe, and for a while Bigfoot was angry, but then he realized that not all humans were like that, and he grew to love and protect humanity and preserve what he could instead of taking revenge. He was a bigger, nobler spirit than that. Chief Michelle of the... I'm going to butcher this, and I'm not trying to. Nlaka Pamux at Lytton, British Columbia, told such a story to Charles Hill's Tout in 1898.
You hear about Bigfoot?
That
was the story.
Yeah. Hey, have you heard of Bigfoot?
You ever seen a monkey? You get a load of this shit.
It's like the...
The foot, huge.
On the Toole River Indian Reservation, petroglyphs created by a tribe of Yokuts at a site called Painted Rock are alleged by Kathy Moskowitz Strain.
That's an epic fucking name, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Author of the 2008 book Giants, Cannibals, Monsters, Bigfoot and Native Culture, to depict a group of Bigfoots called the Family.
This is the one I saw. I was like, oh my god, the family?
No, this is what he lost.
It's like the Bat family, the big family.
Yeah, it's like him, and it's fucking Yeti, and like the other names that came up earlier. They all have their arms around each other.
The strongest.
The largest glyph is called Hairy Man, and they are estimated to be 1,000 years old. According to the Tulare County Board of Education in 1975, Bigfoot the Hairy Man was a creature that was like a great big giant with long, shaggy hair. His long, shaggy hair made him look like a big animal. He was good in a way, because he ate the animals that might harm people. Oh my god, our lore is canon!
Also, he fought Satan in the ruins of Shinjuku.
And Yokut's parents warned their children not to venture near the river at night or they may encounter the creature. 16th century Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers told tales of the Los Vigilantes Oscuros, or Dark Watchers, large creatures alleged to stalk their camps at night. In the region that is now Mississippi, a Jesuit priest was living with the Natchez in 1721 and reported stories of hairy creatures in the forest known to scream loudly and steal livestock.
No, they were monkeys that failed to become big feet.
Yeah, you have to ascend.
Yeah, but they got stuck halfway through and became monsters.
So Bigfoot's a sage, and Satan is a herald, so to speak.
Yeah.
In 1920, becoming a Bigfoot takes a certain insight.
Yeah, if you cannot reach it, you'll be lost and become nothing more than a monster. In 1921, Indian agent and teacher J.W. Burns, who lived and worked with the Setalis Nation, then called the Chehalis First Nation, published a collection of stories titled Introducing BC's Hairy Giants, a collection of strange tales about British Columbia's wild men, as told by those who say they have seen them, in Maclean's magazine.
The stories offered various anecdotal reports of wild people, including an encounter a tribal member had with a hairy wild woman who could speak the language of the Douglas First Nation. Burns coined the term Sasquatch, believed to be the Anglicized version of Saskets, roughly translating to hairy man in the Halkamelian language. Burns described the Sasquatch as a tribe of hairy people whom they claim have always lived in the mountains, in tunnels and caves. The folklore of the Cherokee includes tales of the Sukalu, who were described as slant-eyed giants that resided in the Appalachian Mountains, and is sometimes associated with Bigfoot.
Allies, perhaps.
Maybe. Like, I believe sometimes they were enemies, sometimes they were allies, but they always worked together when it counted.
Well, apart from the dreaded Dark Watchers.
Ooh, that's true. Members of the Lumi tell tales about creatures known as Semequas. The stories are similar to each other in the general descriptions of Semequas, but details differed among various family accounts concerning the creature's diet and activities. Some regional versions tell of more threatening creatures. The Stiyaha, or Quiquiai, were a nocturnal race, and children were warned against saying the name so that the monsters would not come and carry them off to be killed. The Iroquois tell of an aggressive hair-covered giant with rock-hard skin known as the Otneyare, or stone giant, more commonly referred to as the Genosqua. In 1847, Paul Kane reported stories by the natives about Skakooms, a race of cannibalistic wild men living on the peak of Mount St. Helens. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt, in his 1893 book The Wilderness Hunter, writes of a story he was told by an elderly mountain man named Bauman, in which a foul-smelling bipedal creature ransacked his beaver trapping camp, stalked him, and later became hostile when it fatally broke his companion's neck.
That technique. That's see no evil. That creature.
This was Satan before ascending to Herald.
That was his first one. It was like, this sensation. I want to feel it again.
First blood. Satan used to be good until he tasted blood for the first time.
He was like eating the apple.
Yeah, he's like, I have to have more. See, Bigfoot's a learner and a cultivator, and Satan takes. And blood. It's such an addicting route to advancement. Roosevelt notes that Bauman appeared fearful while telling the story, but attributed the trapper's German ancestry to a potentially infectious approach.
Notoriously scared of monkeys.
The Alutiiq of the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska tell of the Nantinaq, a Bigfoot-like creature. This folklore was featured in the Discovery Plus television series Alaskan Killer Bigfoot, which claims the Nantinaq was responsible for the population decrease of Portlock in the 1940s. Less menacing versions have been recorded, such as I'm seeing the next thing, I can't wait to react to it, such as one by Reverend Elkanah Walker in 1840. Walker was a Protestant missionary who recorded stories of giants and living near Spokane, Washington. These giants were said to live on and around the peaks of the nearby mountains, stealing salmon from the fishermen's nets. Ape Canyon Incident.
This is their Shinjuku. Valley.
Yeah, this is their Shinjuku. This is what pops up, and it talks about how many people died.
The Ape Canyon Incident.
This was their first encounter.
The veil goes up over Ape Canyon.
Excuse me. On July 16th, 1924, an article in the Oregonian made national news when a story was published describing a conflict between a group of gold prospectors and a group of ape men in a gorge near Mount St. Helens. The prospectors reported encountering guerrilla men near their remote cabin. One of the men, Fred Beck, indicated that he shot one of the creatures with a rifle. That night, they reported coming under attack by the creatures, who were said to have thrown large rocks at the cabin, damaging the roof and knocking Beck unconscious. This is like when the Beast Titan threw rocks.
It's perfect game.
The men fled the area the following morning. The U.S. Forest Service investigated the site of the alleged incident. The investigators found no compelling evidence of the event and concluded it was likely a fabrication. Stories of large, hair-covered bipedal ape men or mountain devils had been a persistent piece of folklore in the area for centuries prior to the alleged incident. Today, the area is known as Ape Canyon, is cemented within Bigfoot-related folklore. Oh, man. And then you flash to the actual incident, and it's Bigfoot just throwing the rocks to scare them off so he can protect them from Satan. Go, get out! They were non-lethal blows. All right. You ready to take back over?
Absolutely. Well, we'll not be going too much longer. We're like 50 minutes in.
Yeah.
This is origin of the Bigfoot name. This is actually a good point to like come to an end of our initial telling. Jerry Crew and Andrew Genzoli. In 1958, Jerry Crew, bulldozer operator for a logging company in Humboldt County, California, discovered a set of large, 16 inches, 410 millimeter human-like footprints sunk deep within the mud in the Six Rivers National Forest. On informing his co-workers, many claimed to have seen similar tracks on previous job sites, as well as tellings of odd incidents such as an oil drum weighing 450 pounds, 200 kilograms, having been moved by explanation. Why would he do that? Just moved it. The logging company men soon began using the word Bigfoot to describe the apparent culprit. And title sequence now. This was all just like, in the opening of the Godzilla movie, it showed like old newspaper reports and stuff. Well, up until now, where it's like, well, what do we call it? And he just taps his finger against the big picture of the footprint and goes, well, he's got a big foot.
it's played out with like banjo music.
Crew and others initially believed someone was playing a prank on them. After observing more of these massive footprints, he contacted reporter Andrew Genzoli of the Humboldt Times newspaper. Genzoli interviewed lumber workers and wrote articles about the mysterious footprints, introducing the name Bigfoot in relation to the tracks and the local tales of large, hairy wild men. A plaster cast was made of the footprints, and Crew appeared, holding one of the casts on the front page of the newspaper October 6, 1958. The story spread rapidly. Genzoli began to receive correspondence from major media outlets, including the New York Times and Los Angeles Times. Everyone wanted to know about Bigfoot. As a result, the term Bigfoot became widespread as a reference to an apparently large, unknown creature leaving massive footprints in Northern California. The beginning of the Great Bigfoot era.
All right. Are we ending it there, or are we reading the next little bit?
I think that's maybe it for now.
All right, let me open the last episode, see if there's any comments. We
did get a comment.
That was a productive
we got a comment
episode.
from the writer of the River Serpent, I noticed.
Did we?
We did, yeah.
No fucking way.
We did.
I'm like so honored right now. I'm geeking out. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love him. How did he find out, do you think?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Do you think he looked up River Serpent to see if anyone ever posted about it?
Maybe.
That would be sick. I would do that. If I posted an article like that, I would look to see if anyone's read it. That's super cool. All right, anyway, let's read these comments. Dinotail says, I was wondering what fake comment you were going to make for me, but it never came. My relationship with this channel has been strained. Anomalous, smooth cannonies, and Darnell's homes near a river. Anyway, I had another great time listening to this. I was reminded why I enjoy your guys' creepypasta readings. Hopefully we can see more creepypasta in the future. Thank you.
Well, we've disappointed you this episode, but maybe in the future, yeah.
MT says, Long horse, meet River Serpent.
River Serpent, we established in
space.
the previous episode, is also like an ally of Satan. He's his mount.
No, is he?
Yeah, he's standing astride it.
Did you think I wouldn't bring allies to it, and the River Serpent snaps its jaws
around
around Yeti?
reckoning with no cards up my sleeve.
Master, Satan, do as you please. I'll keep the snowman busy.
Bigfoot's like, Yeti! He's like, go. You have someone to fight too, don't you?
Yeah, Yeti and River Serpent are the Hikari Ume fight off screen. Oh my god. MT says, caught up to Aetheral Space on Royal Road and now catching up on the videos. Is this what light novel readers feel like when watching the anime the light novel is about?
Hopefully not, because I don't cut stuff out of the videos.
Daniel Zakheim says, battling against a cold right now. Hopefully by the time you read the comments I will be victorious. Question. What is a food you think is underrated? Personally, I pick goat cheese because it can pretty much go on anything and makes a quick, good breakfast.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what mine is.
Okay.
Mine is Greek yogurt. And it's not because Greek yogurt is good. Fat-free Greek yogurt, in fact, tastes like nothing at all. But when you mix it with Jell-O packets or with other things, there are so many things you can cook with it that essentially lets it substitute other foods that taste good to be like a low-calorie, high-protein version. There's tons of different ways you can use it, and it's always effective when you do it right. It's clever like that. What about you, Tim?
I'm pretty normie when it comes to my food taste, so I don't think I have like one that I
is underrated.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that sucks. All right.
Well, that just means I enjoy everything I eat.
Mm-hmm. But you don't think any of them are underrated?
No, everything I like is rated.
Not even jellied eel?
Jellied eel?
Your favorite snack?
I've never had jellied eel in my life. This is like a stereotype. This is prejudice right now. This is persecution.
Not a Swedish Skinwalker says, list of things we need. Gambi Chimpanzee War, the movie, starring Satan. Well, we just kind of gave that.
I don't know what else I can describe this episode as. It's not the movie.
Aetherospace animated. God, that would go hard. More people to follow the voices from the tree line.
Meet the hairy
also
people.
Would go hard. Tristan Mason says, thanks for reading my story. You guys are hilarious, and I laughed along with you. You've earned yourself a new subscriber.
Thank you so much.
Tristan, I'm honored and flattered, and we are so happy to have you. Your name will ring through the heavens with us.
Credit to Tristan Mason for creation of the character River Serpent. Everyone
is kneeling in respect for Tristan Mason. I fucking shove Anomalous's head down so he's bowing with us. Noir Dolphin 343 says, spooky spaghettis! Also, I couldn't help but notice that the description says, thanks to Hamiltoe for the thumbnail. How long have you kept that in there?
I'll always keep it. He'll always do the thumbnail on my heart.
Because in one day he'll return. He will. Perhaps you're meant
it's
to...
It's like when you keep pouring a drink out for someone who's passed at the table. Yeah,
it's like, hey, he's not going to come to dinner. I made the plate. He'll be here. It would be awesome if you all read Duke Till Dawn. Kondraki says hi.
Maybe.
If Hamiltoe ever left a comment on the episode and proved he still watched, I would weep.
Well, he has to watch. He edits it.
Joy.
No,
Hamiltoe.
Oh, I thought you said Anomalous, I'm pretty sure.
No, Anomalous is our top guy.
I know, that's what I was like. I hope he watches it. He edits it.
Oh, man. That was a good one. Fuck.
I enjoyed that.
How do you feel?
I very much enjoyed talking about monkeys.
Yeah. It was a good time. Alright, well thank you all for watching, and I believe we will see you next time.
Bye-bye!